Does a coach have to be as smart as their client? Recently, I was playing chess with one of my friends who also happens to be one of my clients. So we had his family over for dinner, and for whatever reason, I thought, wouldn't it be fun to play a game of chess? Now, I'm not the greatest chess player, but I do know how to move the pieces around, and I can set up a good pawn structure. But just as I got the chessboard set up, a thought kind of crept into the back of my mind. What if I'm playing my friend in chess, my great client, and he totally obliterates me? How am I going to give him business advice later about the strategy for his business? And then in the back of his mind, he's going to be like, yeah, but he's just not even good at chess. So here's the thing. I played my friend in chess, and he completely obliterated me. And guess what? He's still my client. So in this video, I want to share with you 3 critical ingredients that matter even more than intelligence when you're working with a client. But first, let me give you a little context. When a leader at an organization hires somebody to help them grow, they generally hire either a coach, a consultant, or an expert. So what's the difference between these roles? For most people, the words coach, consultant, and expert, they all kind of mean the same thing. In fact, they're used so interchangeably in our society that most leaders aren't even exactly sure what they're paying for. They just know that they need help. So let me share with you how we define the roles of coach, consultant, and expert at Growability. Let's start with a coach. A coach is someone who helps a client with clarity and accountability. A good coach understands that every leader has a unique personality with different strengths and abilities. The role of a coach is to help them maximize their talents. Another critical part of coaching is helping clients avoid the constant onslaught of distractions that show up in daily business life. And you have to be able to help people form really good habits. 85% of the population needs a coach to help them to do what they already know they need to do. So, what's the difference then between a coach and a consultant? Consultants help with strategy and systems, whereas a coach helps a leader be accountable to themselves. A consultant helps be accountable to the organization. Coaches primarily consider the individual, but consultants are considering the entire team, the systems, the processes. An organization is only as good as its plan and its systems. Most problems in business aren't effort problems. You can't just work a little harder and the problems will go away. Most problems in business are either plan problems or system problems. And there's no way to scale an organization without having really good systems. So finally, we have experts. An expert is someone who works with excellence and efficiency. The difference between an expert and a non-expert is that an expert really knows what good looks like. Most great artists don't become great because they can paint just flawlessly. They become great because they know what great art is. But expertise doesn't just stop with knowing what good looks like. Experts also care about efficiency. Once you can create an exceptional result, the next step is learning how to create that great result every single time. An expert cares about working smarter and not just harder. So now that we've explained the difference between coaches, consultants, and experts, let me give you the 3 critical ingredients that matter even more than intelligence, whether you're coaching someone, consulting someone, or being a subject matter expert for that client. The first ingredient is identity. The most valuable service that a coach can provide is helping a client understand their identity. Yes, that is a job of a coach. Every person is uniquely designed to fulfill a God-given role in their work. And unfortunately, most of the leaders that you're going to work with are chasing an identity instead of living in the identity that they already have. Most leaders think, once I arrive here, then I can walk in my identity, instead of realizing what you already have is so much more important than what you don't have. You can tell when a leader is walking in their true identity when they are producing joy and service with their life. A great coach is going to help a leader understand and have clarity about their identity, and then hold them accountable to living in that identity. Now, the Growability Personal Mission Statement tool is incredibly helpful for this, along with our personality assessments, the DISC profiles, the strength profiles, the big, hairy, audacious goals. Okay, the second ingredient, more important than intelligence, is agency. Every leader needs to mature. Every healthy thing will grow. I mean, even trees that are like 1,000 years old are still growing. And there's this assumption out there in the marketplace that maturity is going to come from some great learning, some secret knowledge, or a spiritual experience. But in truth, maturity comes from performing simple daily habits. You can't become a truly great musician if you never practice. And you're never going to be a great entrepreneur if you don't practice consistent actions in your work. It took me several years to realize that consistent mediocrity is more impactful than inconsistent brilliance. When we help clients with simple habits in their work, we help them unlock their full potential. The 5 tools in the Growability operating system provide the daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annual rhythms that are going to help these leaders grow. Okay, the final ingredient, more important than intelligence, is generosity. Our universe is designed for generosity. When someone adopts an abundance mindset, they're actually adopting the mind that God gave them. God shows his abundance in this world by creating things like seeds that you can plant in dirt and they'll produce trees. And he shows his incredible generosity when he sent his own son to die for our sins. When we help our clients grow in generosity, we are helping them operate in the way that God designed the world. And the result of being generous is abundance, the kind of abundance that serves others. Now, if you are a coach or a consultant or an expert, if you help your clients with identity and agency and generosity, you will dramatically impact their lives. So, what is the best way to help your clients in identity and agency and generosity? Work on those things yourself. Every coach needs to understand their own identity, grow their agency, and then be continually generous. As you develop these things in your life, you're going to be much more effective in serving your clients. All right, coaches, that's it for today. Thank you for liking and subscribing to the Growability Coaches YouTube channel. Our mission is to equip thousands of coaches to impact millions of entrepreneurs. If you're an entrepreneur watching this channel, I highly recommend working with a certified Growability coach or consultant, and you can find one at growability.com.